My hair is still wet. This is like a running problem in all of my videos because I just like, it takes a while to get ready and then like I don't have time to film. I have like 30 minutes to film right now, which isn't enough. And like my hair is wet and I can't do anything about it. So I don't know. Maybe that'll, I don't know. I'm sorry. Hey guys, it's Lily, and since it's October, I promised you guys that I was going to be doing more like spooky themed videos and makeup tutorials and stuff. That being said, I'm very lazy and that's my only excuse, but today I am going to be telling you guys like a scarier story that happened to me when I was younger, and I still think about it so often and it freaks me the fuck out. So before I get started with this story, feel free to subscribe if you would like. We're trying to reach 75K, so if you want to be a part of that, you can. If you don't, then I mean, that's your own problem. And also, if you'd like, feel free to give this video a thumbs up. You don't have to, but it's kind of cool when you do. So this story takes place when I was about 8 years old, I'm guessing, somewhere around then. I know that I was young, but I wasn't that young. But basically, I was spending the night at my cousin's house, which I always did when I was younger. So this time when I came over, she had switched rooms and her house was really weird and it was really, really creepy, okay? So it was like an older house, but it had an upstairs and it had a downstairs, but I don't know if the downstairs was all the way finished. Like the stairs going to the downstairs were like concrete and they looked like they should have been outside, and it was just like, it was very weird. It was so weird. And her mom would always tell her stories about the house and then she would tell them to me, so it would freak me the fuck out. But basically her mom always told her that the house had demons in it, okay? And her mom was very religious. Like very religious. Like I remember going over there and her asking me to read the Bible, okay? And that's just like not my thing. Like religion aside, like do whatever you want, but don't ask a child who can barely read to read the Bible, okay? That's just too much. So she always said that there were demons in the house and that her mom said that she would come home alone and in front of their fireplace would be a circle of ashes, okay? Like a demon had just like fucking spawned there or something, okay? And just like all of these weird stories, and we'd always hear things like her house was really creepy, especially her basement, and that's where like the computer room was, so we were always down there, but we'd always like hear things, and it was just super, super sketchy. Like I can't explain how creepy this house was. You'd have to like be there, but it was just like, you know when you feel like someone's watching you? Like that is the exact feeling that you got when you were in her house, like no matter what you were doing. It was just too much. So as I said, I had always spent the night there. We were like best friends because we were cousins, we were close in age, it was whatever. So this time I spent the night there. She had like changed rooms, like she used to have a room downstairs and now for some reason she had a room upstairs, so I was like, you know, it's whatever, at least upstairs is less creepy than downstairs. Now she really liked, not like spooky things, but she liked movies like The Nightmare Before Christmas. That was one of her favorite movies. I personally hate that movie, okay? It's always creeped me out. I don't like the animation because it reminds me of like, I think it's called like claymation. I don't think that's what it is, but it reminds me of that. And for some reason that just fucks with me. I hate it so, so much. It scares me like really bad. So she had all of these Nightmare Before Christmas toys, and when I was there, while we were like, you know, fucking playing, like doing whatever kids do, she had brought out this toy. And it was from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I'll put a picture of it right here because I looked it up and it's definitely a thing. Like I didn't just come up with it in my head. And it was like these weird characters like in a bathtub, and when you winded it up, or winded it? When you wound it up, like the bath legs like moved and it like walked and it made this really weird noise and it creeped me out and I didn't like it, and so we put it away, like back in the drawer, and it was whatever. So the night goes on and she's like, you know, sometimes I get like nightmares at night and I go downstairs and sleep with my parents. And I'm like, you know what, that's fine, just don't wake me up, because even as a child I needed my fucking sleep. So that is exactly what happened, and I remember waking up and she had like one of those weird like alarm clocks in her room that wasn't like, it wasn't meant to be an alarm, but it was just like a clock. It had like red numbers on it. I don't know what they're called, like it's just like an alarm clock. And I remember looking at the time and it being 3:13 in the morning, okay? I remember that distinctly. So I don't know what woke me up, but I remember trying to fall back to sleep, and that toy that I talked about, like the bathtub toy that made the really weird noise, started going off and like making that noise, and I knew that it was from that toy, and that toy already like freaked me out because the nightmare before Christmas, like I wasn't about that. And so I, being like a little scared 8-year-old child, start like freaking out. I'm alone in this room, the toy's going off, it's the middle of the night. So I decide to get up and do something. I don't know. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I wanted to get up. So I got up and I walked into the living room, and I remember her brother sleeping on the couch. And he was like, I don't know, probably like 10 years older than us. I don't know. So I guess he was like 18 at the time or something. I don't know. He was sleeping on the couch, so I had to be really quiet and walk through the living room because I was going to go to the bathroom so that I could like sit and think away from that fucking toy. But when I was walking through, I saw their cat. Okay? This is where it gets like even worse. I saw their cat, Max, okay? And he was a fat cat, and he was sweet usually. But I didn't really pay him any mind because, you know, it's an animal, like what are you gonna do? I walked to the bathroom and I was just like sitting in there. I was just like looking at myself. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to go downstairs because that's creepy. I don't know if I want to go back in that room because that toy was going off. I don't know what it is. And I was thinking about all of these like weird demon things that her mom had been saying. So while I'm sitting in there, I start hearing like scratches at the door, like, you know, like a cat scratching at the door, like wanting to get in because you didn't let it in because cats are fucking insane. And I wasn't gonna let the cat in, but it was like making a lot of noise. So I went to open the door to like shush it, and I swear to fucking God, that cat, like I don't get it, because this cat is like usually nice unless like you are annoying with it. But I swear to God, this cat was possessed, okay? Because he tried fucking like hardcore attacking me through the door, and I was like, I was a child, I was already freaked out because of the fucking demons, and then this cat was trying to attack me. I was locked in the bathroom now, and I was like on the verge of tears because I didn't know what to fucking do. So I was in the bathroom for probably like 15 minutes. I kept trying to get out, but the cat was always just fucking sitting there, and he just looked creepy, okay? It was just like the vibe that I got, and like every time I tried to like open the door more, he would like sprint towards me. And this wasn't a cat that chased you, like he was a fat cat, he was a lazy ass cat. So finally, after a while, I open the door and I don't see him, and I'm like, okay, this is my time, like I need to get back to the room. At least I'll be like where a bed is, I won't be locked in the bathroom, it'll be whatever. So I go out of the, how do I explain this? So their bathroom was in the kitchen, and like you open the door and there was the kitchen, then you went around and the living room, and then the room that I was sleeping in was right there. So I went around, and as soon as I went around the kitchen into the living room, the cat came like bolting at me, okay? Animals can be scary enough. In a demon house, they're scarier. Just too much shit. So I lose it, okay? I'm like crying, like hysterically, and I run and I jump on the coffee table and I'm just like losing my shit, and the cat is just like meowing and just being such a fucking creepy fucking cat. He's just like staring at me and just like, I don't And you're probably like, you know, that's what cats do. Like, they're weird and they look at you weird. This cat never did that. This cat was a lazy cat. Like, I can't stress that enough. This was very, very odd behavior for this cat. So I was on the coffee table crying, and her brother wakes up, which is my other cousin. He wakes up and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm just like crying, and I'm like, the cat is like chasing me, like he's trying to attack me. And he just looks at me and he's like, fucking go to bed. And I look back and the cat is gone. The cat is nowhere to be seen, okay? Like, I'm still like baffled to this fucking day. So anyway, I got off the coffee table and I went into the room and I sat on the bed until I fell asleep, and I never heard the toy go off again. I never heard the cat scratch at the door or meow and be fucking annoying. And then I woke up and went on with my day. I feel like this story was honestly all over the place, but it happened so long ago, and it honestly like freaks me out, like thinking about it. It like gives me like the chills, because I don't know why any of this happened. But to sum it all up, Demon House, creepy ass toy going off in the middle of the night at like 3 in the morning, which apparently is like witching hour or something, or dead time. Lots of names. Possessed cat that was trying to kill me, and then the fucking cat just disappeared, like fucking vanished, okay? I don't know what to say about it, but it fucks me up. And yeah, I just wanted to share it with you guys because I think that's like the spookiest thing that's ever happened to me. And a lot of spooky shit has happened to me, okay? But that was just like too much. And it was like traumatizing. Like, I was a kid, I was getting chased by an animal that I was sure was actually a demon, and I didn't want to die and get hurt and attacked. But yeah, that is the story of the time that I stayed in a haunted house with a possessed cat. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that story of me being scared shitless as a child, and if you did, feel free to give this video a thumbs up. Also, you can subscribe. As I said, we're trying to reach 75k, and it'd be really cool if we could hit it one day. But yeah, other than that, I love you guys so much. All of the links to my social media will be in the description. So my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Snapchat. I'm going to be posting like some spooky, maybe, pictures on Instagram at some point. So if you're into that, feel free to follow me on there. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.